Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 2013 iCreate Mobility Challenge Kickoff, co-organized by Center for Instructional Technology and Computer Center. The kickoff session will walk you through the available APIs, web services, and to answer questions you might have with regards to the iCreate Mobility Challenge. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Ravi Chandran, Director for Center for Instructional Technology, to give the opening address.
Because we are recording this session, so for those that can't make it, they can watch it online later on. We also need to show our bosses that such an event has taken place. Well, again, welcome. Thank you for coming to this iCreate 2013 kickoff event. This is in the third year in running. We have launched iCreate since 2011, and every year it has now become part of the whole NUS event calendar, a major student activity that we hope to run every year. Okay, because we found that the benefits of iCreate, the apps that are being developed by the students, and potential for commercialization is there. So we think that it's important to nurture this talent that you have, and also to provide kind of moral support, funding support, and also give you ways to maybe commercialize and even use the apps at NUS. So we are going to be pushing this this competition much more aggressively in subsequent years. Okay, so it's a campus-wide competition for NUS students to develop creative, innovative apps, mainly in the mobile area. But this in iCreate 2013, we are going for one more new category, gesture-based computing. This is more or less being run and supported by Computer Center, and they're going to be setting up devices, Kinect devices, in Com Center for you to come and try out these new apps in this gesture-based services, right? So let me move on to my slide. This website, www.code.org. I just wanted to show it to you, just to stress to you the importance of knowing a programming language. Okay, it doesn't matter what field you're in. You don't have to be in an IT field. You can be in the medical field, in the finance field, but it's so important to know a programming language. Knowing a programming language, knowing how to program, knowing how to code, opens up a lot of opportunities for you. And I want to quote you from Steve Jobs: everybody in this country, everybody in this world needs to know how to program a computer. Okay? It teaches you how to think, and in Singapore's context, opens up new opportunities for you. And if you know how to do mobile programming, bigger asset. Bigger asset. I can tell you straight away, we are getting lots of requests from faculty, from departments, from everywhere. Mobile. Can I have this on mobile? Can I have this courseware on mobile? Can I have this curriculum on mobile? It's a big thing. It's a big thing. And we don't have the resources to do all those things. So it's a great business opportunity here. Great innovative opportunity here for you to move on this area. So if you know mobile programming, Android, iOS, iPad, it's a big, big thing. You are in the biggest trend that's happening now. And you better get onto this wave and catch it quickly, or you'll miss the boat. So this is a website that teaches you how to do some of the things that that you'll be embarking on. It is not working. iCreate, April 2011, we launched iCreate. Okay, April 2011. And to date, we have about 41 apps created on iOS, on Android. So these are some of the apps, some of the more popular apps that are already been launched. They are freely available on the internet. You can go to the internet, search for them, they're downloaded. And some of the students have even taken it on themselves to pay for hosting services to launch these apps on their site, because they find it so popular. Like this MOD IVLE, the third one on the top. Heavily downloaded by all the students. Arctic Cube, again, heavily downloaded by students. Okay? And what's happening is that if we find there's a potential in the app, CIT, my center, will start paying the student. So there's a business opportunity there. We'll pay the student to maintain it, to support it for you. Okay? And then we'll also give you opportunities for you to maybe commercialize it, if you really think there's a potential there. I'll give you another example, Foodie. Foodie app, this was launched in iCreate 2012. It's a review of all the eating places, the canteen, the food stalls at NUS, where they are, the locations, how long are they open, the quality of the food. I think ComCenter has taken it on to launch it. So they're also paying the developers to maintain it and to launch it. So ComCenter has taken it on. So ComCenter looks at some of the non-educational apps. We will look at the educational apps and also support you financially if you think there's a potential in the apps. So if your apps are interesting, exciting, we'll be hosting those apps on our services in the future. Just want to mention this slide. The students today, we find, are no more passive consumers of knowledge and information. Used to be the case. Maybe you're still doing it now. You're still sitting in the lecture theaters, just listening, consuming all the knowledge and all the information, correct? But you are now more and more active participants of knowledge and information. What are you doing now? You're now seeking new information, right? You're searching for information. You're making sense of the information through collaboration. And you're, of course, creating and publishing a lot of the information on the sites. So this is the new personal learning environment that is taking place, right? Many of the apps are no more NUS-centric apps. It's no more the official apps from NUS. It's your personal apps that you're bringing into your personal learning environment. So this is what's happening now. The students are moving away from the passive consumption of information to active participation, creating new information, creating knowledge. And this is where iCreate comes in. We want to ensure some of the apps that you create are part of into this personal learning space that you are already running on. Okay? So we hope this is going to happen, and we hope in the personal learning space, these are all NUS-centric apps using NUS data sets relevant to the university. Okay? So this is our main intention, to move some of the apps into the personal learning space of the student. So this is my last slide. Again, I would like to thank, of course, the speakers for coming forward, taking your time and effort to come and talk. And also, of course, our sponsors and, of course, the organizing committee for making this event possible. And, of course, you, the students, for stepping forward. Like I said, you're in a great area, great chance, great opportunity to learn new things, and you have the full support of CIT and Computer Center here to push you to ensure that some of the apps that you've created are really used well and part of the whole environment. And you've got a great opportunity. If the apps are so successful, it'll be used by all the NUS students. Okay, so that is the potential angle that you can hit. With that, thank you very much for coming, and thank you for your participation. All right, thank you. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ravi. I would now like to welcome Mr. Chris Ismail from Marship to speak on Marship API. He will actually present via Skype, direct from San Francisco.
Okay, you're up.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Hello, guys. So this is actually the first time I'm presenting in Skype. I just want to check if you guys can hear me. Okay. So my name is Chris, and I'm from a startup called Mashape. Mashape is an API marketplace. So for the next 20 minutes, I'll be sharing with you some tips on how you can win the iCreate and look for some ideas and, how to prototype your applications much faster than, the typical process of building an application. And so to start off, let me open up my presentation here. Okay, share screen. Try this. It's taking a while. So as I mentioned, while this is churning, Shape is an API marketplace. If you're looking for APIs that you can use for your applications like face recognition, sentiment analysis, text processing, you can find it in Shape. So I'll be showing you a demo of how that works. And first off, let me share this PowerPoint keynote deck for you guys. Can you see this? So just before I start, I just want to share with you my email address. Feel free to send me an email if you have any questions. But Shape is an API marketplace, and here are some few tips on how you could build your applications faster. And if you want to win, you need to find ideas fast. So that's the first thing. You probably have some ideas you've thought of before joining iCreate, but typically the process is you need to find ideas really fast and iterate on them really fast. The second is you need functionality or sample code to test and implement that idea. And that usually takes a lot of time for you, if you're building an application for a hackathon. And the third is you need to prototype, these applications so that on your demo day, you would be able to have an application that actually runs. So to start off, if you go to mashape.com, you'll find this page, and it has a big search box in the middle, and that's where you type in, some functionalities or APIs that you want to search for. If you can see this, there's actually some placeholders here. It's saying you can find APIs for face detection, for face recognition, for weather, for SMS. To give you an example, for example, if you want an application that logs you in using your face, you probably might want to look for face detection APIs. So that's just an idea. If you're looking to look for weather or send SMS from your application, you can use an SMS API. So you can type in whatever functionalities that you want on the search box, and it's going to show you some of those APIs as a result. So as an example, if I type in face, if I'm looking for anything that's face related, it's going to show me this search results. So as you can see, there's a bunch of face related APIs here. There's an API which lets you mash your faces together. There's an API which lets you do face detection, and then there's an API for face recognition. So there's a whole bunch of APIs that you can discover using Shape. And with that, it gives you a lot of ideas, and you start to brainstorm on these ideas that you can use for your application for iCreate. So that's the first one. We'll be doing a demo of this in a bit. I'll just want to go through some slides here. Second is, let's try to test what these APIs can do. And Shape allows you to do that. So if you type in face and click on one of those APIs, it's going to give you this, it's like a test console for that API. Typically, if you're testing an API, you would need to program an application first that uses that API. With Shape, we have a test console, so you don't have to build the application first. You can actually key in some values and on the parameter fields, and it will show you the response of that API. So it gives you an idea of, okay, should I use this API? What's the response like? Is it easy to use? What's the behavior like? So that gives you a good idea of what the API does. So instead of me speaking, let's do a quick demo here of Shape. And I'll show you a page here. I hope you can see this. So this is the homepage for Shape. And here I could type in, let's say, face. And it's going to give me all these results. So if we type in, if I click on one of these APIs like face, this API actually, matches face together. If I provide it with two pictures, or photo of a face, it's going to match those faces together. Now, if you were going to build this application, you're going to start thinking, okay, I need to build functionality which detects the face, the eyes, and then I need to build functionality that matches those pictures together. Is it a JPEG? Is it a PNG? But with this, you can easily just upload two pictures. In here, I have a picture of I don't know if you can see this. I think it's Hermione. So I'm going to use this picture, Emma Watson, sorry. And I'm going to use another picture of, who's this guy? I forgot his name. But what I just did is I just plugged in two files or pictures for this API, and then I'm just going to click on test endpoint. Oh, I forgot to log in. So obviously you need to have an account to do that. Let me just log in quickly here. And it's churning. So before you're able to use Shape, you need to sign up, and it's free. So you don't have to worry about paying. So you can just sign up for free. And let's try putting in those pictures again. And if you're wondering where I got these pictures from, I got this from IMDb. So there's this, pictures of popular celebrities, and I just pulled in a picture of Jim Carrey and Emma Watson here. And so what we're gonna do here is test endpoint, and it's gonna try to match those faces together. And I got a response here, if you see at the bottom. If I click here, it's gonna give me a mashed face of Emma Watson and Jim Carrey. So it doesn't look good, but you can try experimenting with different faces. But the point is, I was able to test this API without having to write a single line of code. So it's that easy for you to start brainstorming on some ideas on what I could probably use for my application. So that's just an example of how you can use Shape. Obviously, there are other APIs you can use. In fact, there's an API for doing your homework. So if you type in homework, there's an API which says which is called Getting Homework Done. And what it does is you submit your homework, and then you get back a response after, I don't know, a few days, and they'll do the homework for you. The issue with this is it's not cheap. So so there's a basic plan, there's a premium plan, there's an ultra plan. So you need to pay for this if you want to use this kind of API. Okay? Going back to my slides here. So that's demo time. Now, if after you've thought of it, or if after you've searched for APIs, played with a bunch of APIs, the next step is for you to start, coding. And we make it easy for you because Shape provides you with, we actually use an open source client library called Unirest so that you can easily consume these APIs without having to do all the back-end work of, how do I do this in Java? How do I do this in PHP and Python and Objective-C if you're building an iPhone app? Or how do I build this in Ruby? So we use an open source library called Unirest, and we make it easy for you to just copy and paste that snippet of code from the test console and drop it in your code. And obviously you need to have Unirest installed. So let me show you how that works. So here in Getting Homework Done, I'm able to see how am I going to use Unirest for Java, if you're building an Android app, for PHP, for Python. So you can just copy paste this. And you need to download Unirest, obviously. So if I'm clicking here, Unirest for Python, it's going to open this page. And there's some sample source code here that you can use. So depending on what applications or programming language you're going to use for your applications, you can easily just click on each of these. If you're building an Android app, you might want to check on Java, PHP. If you're building a .NET application or a Windows Phone or Windows 8 application, I can send you some sample code that you can use. We'll go through that after this presentation. Just going back to my slides here. Okay, let's play that. So I talked about Unirest. You can go to unirest.io, but you can also access this from the Shape test console for each of the APIs. So the next question is, if you find an API that you like and it happens to be a paid API, meaning it's not free, so how will I be able to try that API? We work with some of our API partners, and they are gonna provide you free access to some of their paid APIs. And I have a list here. I can send you this list if you send me an email, but basically we have 10 API providers who are gonna give you access to their APIs for free. In general, APIs in Shape are free, so you could simply go to Shape, search for an API, the chances are it's going to be free. If it's not, then let me know. Maybe we can work something out. But in this case, the list here provides you, they provide you free access to all their paid APIs. Okay. So I made this very quick. So I just want you to digest what we just went through. Use Mashape to find new APIs, test new APIs. Use Unirest so you can easily prototype or build prototypes of your application. It's essential for you to start, have a base, idea or base code for what you're going to do for the next 24 hours. So Mashape is something that you can use to make your, the process or the process of finding APIs, building your application much faster. If you need links or need sample code or any ideas for what you can build, or any API that you might want to use for your applications or tips, feel free to send me an email. It's chris@mashape.com. It's actually about 7:20 here in San Francisco, but I'll try to stay up while you guys are coding, and I'll try to respond to your emails. And if on the list that I showed you on the earlier slide, you need to provide Jeffrey your Mashape IDs so that we can give you free access to those paid APIs that I showed earlier. Okay? I hope that's clear. So we need those Mashape IDs so that I can tell the API providers to give you free access to their APIs. So for that, you need to sign up for a Mashape account. You go to mashape.com, sign up for an account. If you get lost, feel free to email me anytime, and I'll try my best to reply to you guys. So I think I have like 3 minutes more. I'm just gonna show you a few more APIs that you can use or probably search for. So there's actually a bunch of APIs. So if you click on Explore, you'll find here there's weather, there's sentiment analysis. These are old ones. So there's categories on the left. If you're looking for APIs that are device related, you can click on devices. If you are looking for APIs which are education related, you can click on education, and you will find some APIs here which might be useful for you. And some sports tools, everything's here. And feel free to email me if you have any questions. Let me just switch back to my face. So that's Mashape. Next step is for you to go to mashape.com, sign up for a free account, and look for APIs. And then second step is for you to send your Mashape ID to Jeffrey so that he can send it over to me, and I could get our API partners to give you free access to paid APIs. And then send me an email, chris@mashape.com, so that I can help you out during the hackathon. So that's it for me. Thank you, Jeffrey, for for giving me an opportunity to present to you guys, and good luck to everyone. Bye.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, up next is Mr. Hu Changshen from Nanyang Polytechnic. He will do a presentation on the usage of government data and the demo of the IGoMIP.
Hello. Hi, good morning. Thank you for inviting me in such a wonderful event. So to start off, let me give you a short introduction of myself. Okay, I'm Changshen, a recent graduate from Nanyang Poly. So today I'm here to share with you my journey in the mobile development and the creation of IGoMIP. It's a mobile application that has recently won the champion under the IHL category in a competition. And this competition is called Plugfest International Programming Competition. And this competition is organized by Google Singapore. And basically, it's promote the usage of Singapore government data sets from data.gov.sg. And this focus on developing mobile applications and using the cloud technologies. And next, I'll give you an overview of IGoMIP. So basically, IGoMIP, it's an interactive mobile application that detects your current locations and navigate you easily around NYP itself. So here are the features listed over here. And in IGoMIP, it pinpoints your current locations and navigate you around the campus easily. And like other than that, Google Street View is also provided for users to know the surroundings of our school, know the amenities around our schools, and also IGoMIP also locates the food outlets, the amenities, and the public phones in the school. So last but not least, by providing a unique navigation experience, we leverage on augmented reality that overlays the images on the screen to navigate you around easily. So this app is now available on both Google Play and Apple App Store. And for now, I'll give you a short demonstration of IGoMIP. Okay, so this is the first screen that you will see when you first launch the application. And here are the features listed over here. And let's say you have came to our school and you are interested in our amenities in our school. You can go right into the amenities. And we have categorized in three different categories: services, food, beverages, and the sport and recreation. And say you have reached our campus and you are so-called hungry, okay, and you would like to know the list of various canteens in our school. Here are the list of available canteens in our school. Say you are interested in cold food, you can click on it and you can view more details about it. So to know in depth about where the location is, you can click on View Map. It actually bring you to a map view. Give me a sec. Okay, so basically it pinpoints where cold food is in NYP. And say you like to come to our school by driving instead. So you are wondering where's the nearest car park at say the auditorium. Say you can click on one of the icons on the left side. Okay, you can see the various car parks available around the campus, and say the nearest car park might be car park 6. Okay. And like I would say, I provide a Google Street View. Okay, users can give me a sec. Users can actually go to the Google Street View and pan around to know the surroundings of how car park 6 is right before even arrive to our campus. So like I said, you are driving to our school and you are not sure the driving directions. Actually, we have provided get direction function. Actually draw you a route from your current location to our campus. Say now we are at NUS, so the routing path might look like this. So other than that, the augmented reality that I have mentioned earlier on, give me a sec. Okay, this is the augmented reality view. Actually, what you can see on the screen are images that overlays, and over that direction, particular on direction, it's where Nanyang Poly is located. So all the little images that you have seen over here are the so-called the amenities in our school, and you can see the distance that you are away from your current location to the amenities itself. So the images might seem a little bit small over here because you are currently quite far away from Nanyang Poly. But the best view experience would be if you are in our campus itself and you can pan around 360-degree views in our campus. Okay. So moving back to the slides, there are some data sets that I have used in this application. In particular, IGoMIP actually consumes the map service framework named OneMap. It's an integrated map system provided by these government agencies. And in particular, map service layer has been used as a base map for better visualization, map routing APIs that calculates the distance between locations. So with the use of OneMap itself, it actually provides an accurate map data in the context of Singapore. And other than that, to locate all the data sets that I have used, you can move on to data.gov.sg. Actually, it's provided by the Singapore government. There are over 5,000 data sets that's available. And let me give an overview of how data.gov is. So this is the website. Like I mentioned, OneMap is one of the agency that provides the data set. And say you would like to develop applications that need to use the government data, you can actually browse a list from this data catalog. And here are the different government agencies providing all these data sets. And say you are building applications that are related to transport. You can click on a land LTA. And here are the various data sets that you can use. So in particular, you would like to do, say, bus routing. Actually, bus routing is over here. You can use the data sets, and you like more in-depth information about bus. You can actually use the bus service information over here. Back to the slides. Okay. So, of course, all the data sets are on data.gov is free. You can feel free to use it. And I think that all the data sets available on data.gov might be useful in some sense for your iCreate mobile competition. And it might come in handy. Next, I'll give you a short introduction of the ArcGIS technology. Basically, in IGoMIP, all the routing services that you have seen and the drawing of path actually leverage on ArcGIS technology and a OneMap. So if you are interested in building seamless application like IGoMIP, you actually can utilize both technologies. And in particular for mobile applications, ArcGIS actually provide mobile SDK available from all platforms, say iOS, Android, Windows Phone. And I guess I've come to the end of my sharing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christian. Can you hear me? Okay. We will take a short break before we continue the next session with our next speaker. The next session will start in about 10 minutes time.